while, and I apologize for that. But you know, we've been doing some upgrading since you've been gone, so you've been missing. A lot of shit's been going down, but I'm back at it, and I'm focused. If y'all haven't noticed, I've been banging mad videos out, like mad videos. This shit's crazy. Like I'm overloaded, but yo, we're here now. We're about to do this reaction video, and I don't even know what reaction video we're doing today. Hold on, let me check. Also, man, if you're new to the channel, hit that like and subscribe button. I don't know where you're watching this at. I don't know if it's YouTube. I don't know if it's Instagram. I don't know if it's Facebook. It's gonna be everywhere. So just like and subscribe and share with everybody, because why not? It's free. God damn it. So I heard people, so I found a video. The video is called 5 Interviews with Serial Killers That 98% of People Cannot Watch. I'm the 2%, obviously. So let's see if you're the 2%. Let's watch this together. Right, let's just get right into it right now. Alright. She's about to be crazy, B.
The public's fascination with serial killers has produced countless books, films, and TV shows.
Yup.
Many of these try to dissect what goes through a killer's mind when they decide to commit such appalling acts.
They don't give a fuck.
The only way we can truly begin to understand any serial killer is by listening to their own words. These interviews give a fascinating insight into the minds of killers, but also remind us that even the worst horror movie villains can't compare to some real-life murderers.
That's deep. This is deep. Number 5.
Number 5. Dennis Nilsen is known as one of the United Kingdom's most prolific serial killers. He killed at least 12 young men between 1978 and 1983, though his victim count could be as many as 16. Nilsen discovered early in his life he was a homosexual, something he was never comfortable with, which drove a wedge between him and the rest of his family.
Damn.
He also struggled to find a long-term relationship. For a while, he lived together with another homosexual, David Calichin, in a London apartment. Though David denied they were in a relationship, and both of the men brought home casual partners. After 2 years, David moved out and Nilsen began to slink into a deep loneliness. Nilsen's loneliness was only compounded when men he would bring home would leave after they spent the night together. It was this fear of abandonment that drove him to take the life of his first victim.
Damn.
Nilsen met 14-year-old Stephen Dean Holmes at a pub where the teenager had tried and failed to purchase alcohol. Nilsen invited Holmes home, where they drank together and went to bed. The next morning, Nilsen woke first, and not wanting him to leave, strangled Holmes with a tie before drowning him in a bucket of water. Safe in the knowledge that Holmes could now never leave, Nilsen washed the body and placed it back in his bed. He slept beside the boy before eventually placing it under the floorboards. In this rare interview with Central Television, Nilsen explained his worries about the smell of the body in the summer months. He removed Holmes's corpse, dismembered him, and burned the pieces in his garden.
That's wild.
Nilsen killed 11 more men in this ground floor apartment, only 4 of whom can be identified.
But look at my mans. Look at my mans right now. He look like a straight, full-blown serial killer. You can't tell me if you don't walk. Alright.
He would have sex with their bodies, sit them in the lounge so they could watch TV together, and then leave them in bed for months at a time. Trying to stop himself from taking another life, Nilsen moved to another apartment where he had less options for disposing of bodies. Unfortunately, it didn't work, and Nilsen flushed the remains down the toilet. This would be his undoing, as the remains were discovered and Nilsen was caught. He confessed to murdering 15 men and was sentenced to life in prison. In the Central Television interview, Nilsen doesn't talk about taking the lives of his victims or what they were like alive. Instead, he calmly describes how carrying the corpse made him feel powerful and how he disposed of his early victims.
Wild. Get the fuck away from me.
Number 4.
Damn it.
Arthur Shockross was an American serial killer that struck fear into the hearts of New York prostitutes between 1988 and 1989. Despite being married, Shockross frequently brought the company of prostitutes home, mainly from Linnell Avenue, a red light district. It was from these women that Shockross found his victims. Shockross's body count grew slowly.
Now this nigga, you can. He don't even look like a real person. He looked like a cartoon character, like like one of Batman's evil villains. You don't have to watch.
at first. His first two victims, 27-year-old Dorothy Blackburn and 28-year-old Anna Marie Steffen, were killed months apart. Both were strangled and dumped in rivers, but police didn't connect the two murders. His third victim, a homeless woman named Dorothy Keeler, was killed over a year later, but after this, Shockross's murders became more frequent. In November of 1989 alone, he claimed the lives of 4 young women. The workers in the area were on high alert, and police even posed as pimps and customers in the area in order to catch the killer. Shockross had already gained his victims' trust, though, as he was a previous customer and nothing had gone wrong before, so they felt safe with him. Police eventually caught up with Shockross in January of 1990. They noticed the killer always returned to the place where he dumped the bodies, and when Shockross was spotted urinating over the river where he had just dumped his latest victim, they knew that he was their guy. Police later discovered Dorothy Blackburn wasn't Shockross's first victim. In 1972, he tortured and killed a little boy. A few months later, he tortured and killed an 8-year-old girl, covering her body with a pile of stones. He was arrested, but a plea deal meant that he was able to plead guilty to manslaughter, limiting his sentence to only 25 years.
And to die again.
This extensive interview with Shockross is truly captivating. He appears comfortable, but polite, until the interviewer asked about the murders of the 2 children. He also takes a deep dive into Shockross's failed insanity defense, with clips of a hypnotism session in which he claims he was sexually abused by his mother, something his family has denied. Most interviews with serial killers give the viewer some insight into their minds, but Shockross leaves the viewer with more questions than answers.
Let's take a few moments to calm
the mind. Seriously.
Cozy up under
what
the
the
covers
fuck is that?
and close your eyes.
These motherfuckers is crazy.
Feel the bed absorbing the weight of your body,
Author?
allowing your head to ease.
Alright, let's go. Number 3. This is crazy.
Number 3. For some individuals, the desire for infamy surrounding serial killers is much stronger than the desire to actually take the life of another human being. This fame is actually the main motivation for some killers, while others simply inflate their own crimes to make themselves appear much more deadly. That may be the case for self-confessed serial killer John Hughes, who claims to have killed between 15 and 20 people. Hughes only has 2 confirmed kills, 53-year-old David Durbin and 39-year-old Valentin Kilchuk, and hasn't publicly revealed details about any other crimes, leading many to doubt his claims. Hughes stabbed Durbin to death after Durbin had taken him in and offered to help Hughes find work. He then stole weapons, including a 9mm pistol, the one that he would use to shoot Valentin just a few weeks later. Hughes was 80.
I don't know, but he giving me, like, wankster vibes. Like, he wanted to be one of the serial killers. He tried to, but just really couldn't cut it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
By Dana Tarzan. It was here that Hughes began to add to his kill count. This interview with Hughes gives insight into his mind. He doesn't go into detail about any of the murders, even those that he'd been convicted of. Instead, he focuses on himself, explaining what drove him to murdering Valentin. While it's easy to assume that this is because Hughes doesn't want to reveal details that would prove him guilty, we have to consider the chance that he's actually telling the truth. Hughes explains that he's withholding information about crimes to get what he wants from police officers, though he doesn't actually.
Alright, people, listen. This is part 2, alright? We're gonna finish this a little later because my camera's about to die. So, be ready for a part 3 coming up this week sometime. Alright? Also, 4/2/21. I don't know if this is gonna be out before then. Yes, as a matter of fact, it's gonna be out tomorrow. I got a new episode of The Real Monty. Y'all should watch it because it's entertaining and it's fucking one of the best things out on the internet right now because I'm one of the realest motherfuckers to do it. So, hit that like and subscribe button, people. Also, like I said, we got more reactions coming. We back. And we lit, people. We fucking lit. Let your peoples know, let your moms know, let your girl know, let everybody know. We fucking lit out here, people, alright? But I'ma holla at y'all. Deuce.